Ready, set. So I have 2 updates. When I get an update on from my laptop, I don't do them right away, because no, I give them I give it a while, because if there's something in there that breaks, I want I'll hear about it, how it breaks other people's stuff first, right? Now they're up to OS Monterey, Mac operating system Monterey. It's an opera. They just name things for things, ma. They're naming after stuff. This update is 12 gigs. That's how big this update is. It's like, I remember when they're out of control, man. You can tell they're out of control by how big their freaking updates are. And maybe your shit will work. Maybe it won't. Oh well. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hale empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. It's been a rough couple of days just because energy-wise, I got nothing. I just want to sleep. I just want to lay around. I want to do nothing. I don't want to do anything. That's when they talk about escapism being the potential being high for escapism. This is, I get why. I freaking stood in front of the cooler today, and I was looking at the beers. And I was looking at like all the hard ciders and all that stuff. And they're cooler. It was like 2 o'clock and 2:30 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock. There's 3 cops just freaking posted up outside, freaking sitting there, just being all misappropriation of funds, you know. Because we live in Taos, New Mexico. It's not like your whole life is freaking leisure. You know, all the crime and corruption you guys are for. You know, so you don't got a whole hard time freaking book people. You guys never arrest people for DUI and shit like that. Heck, even the freaking the people in the Senate, the House of Representatives freaking drink and drive in this state. It's weird. I haven't seen anything like it. And I was just looking at the stuff, and then a guy came walking up, grabbed his 12-pack of beer, walked out. You know, I start thinking about all the stuff that, you know, people do because they deserve it. Marge, what do you do because you deserve it, Marge? Everybody's treating themselves to their grave, you know. I work so hard, I deserve this 12-pack of beer. I work so hard, I deserve this whatever. I don't know. This is why I wasn't going to do a talk today. I wasn't in the mood for it. Wasn't in the mood for it yesterday. You know, it's a full moon, Pisces full moon. And it feels like spiritual soup. I saw an ad the other day on Instagram or this place somewhere. They've had this one pot of soup, Ma, for like 65 years. It's the same pot of soup. They just keep adding stuff to the same pot of soup. That's a long timeline. Right? I wonder how many people have gone back and eaten off that pot of soup. You know? Some people, it's probably like their life's ambitions to make it to the pot of soup. Right? People have different, I don't know, man. People have all kinds of different timelines. I was watching, Divided We Fall earlier, and he was walking around doing a tour of Joshua Tree. He lives out there in California, Joshua Tree, and he was talking about how it's a thing that people in, well, not so much anymore probably, but young people from Russia and all over the world, from different places all over the world, go to Joshua Tree because of its energetic properties. And Taos is a place like that, too. You know? And Mount Shasta is a place like that. Omaha, Nebraska, it's not a place like that. Anyway. So, I thought that was a trip. And I remember there was the guy that took Jerry's wedding pictures, he and his wife. It was his life ambitions to go, for their honeymoon, they went to Kearney, Nebraska, because of some significance that it held to him. So it's just a trip what lines people up. It really is, man. It's a trip. So, is the world worth living in? What happened today? Is the world worth living in? Nothing really. What did I do today? Did I do nothing? I don't think. I went and got us chicken salads for dinner. See? It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it, all this fluid energy. So, okay, that's what I was talking about. The soup, the 65-year-old soup. You know, and I'm thinking, and I look at, like, spirituality as soup. You have all these newbies, you know, these newbies that are waking up to their spirit right now, and they're you know, they Google, I don't know if they're Googled spirituality or what the deal is, but it's like Hogwarts kindergarten on planet Earth. You know, all these people are realizing, oh, I got a spirit, and waking up to it, and all of a sudden they know all this stuff. And it's like, okay, all right. So you got the newbies, the little fresh carrots. You got us that have been freaking stewing in our broth for freaking decades, you know, waiting for the soup to get ready. When is this soup going to get served, man? Like justice and truth? We just keep waiting. We just keep waiting. It's not a lot of fun for me. So I've been tracking some stories that I follow are more obscure than I'm sure what most people follow in mainstream media. There's this cargo ship in the Atlantic Ocean, and it had all these expensive cars on it, Porsches. I don't want to say it wrong. They had Porsches. Oh, that was weird. They had all these expensive cars, and the ship caught on fire, and now the boat sunk to the bottom of the ocean with all these. So you got all these gazillion. I wish I could find the article, because it's not going to be hard to find. Yeah, it's not hard to find. It's alright, because everybody has insurance, right? So, Audi, Porsche, Bentleys, Lamborghinis. So all these really freaking people, just, see, that's the thing, is how many people could have freaking small communities, living in small freaking self-sustainable communities, based on the freaking money that is now sitting on the bottom of the ocean? Are people getting it yet? The greed isn't going to be freaking fed. Art space of greed isn't going to succeed. It's not. All that stuff is going to die off. It's going to, you know, and all you got to do is be a greedy person. Just freaking be a glutton. Go around, do what you want all the time. Drink, eat, whatever you want, without any kind of discipline, without any kind of exercise. How many of those people freaking get heart attacks and die? You know? But bottom of the ocean, you know, there's gonna be fish freaking swimming through the freaking, you know, it ain't that world anymore. Oh, that's what happened today, Ma. I knew something happened. I walk out to go get the chicken salads this afternoon, and it was like 2, it was later, right? And I walk out, and there's a man in the yard. The man standing right in the yard. I could have thrown a rock and hit him. And I was looking at him, and he was like, he looked suspicious. You know, he looked shady. I live in New Mexico. I'm in Rancho de Taos. Most people are shady looking. You know, especially pedestrians. So, and I live back away from the street. And I walk out and I have Luna, and Luna barks at him, and I was like, "Good girl." And I look at him like, "Now what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I was just walking through." I said, "Well, you can't get through, so go out that way." Just like that. You can't get through any place, so go out the way you came in. And so he started to walk out, and then he gets an attitude. Because evidently I didn't look happy enough to see him in my fucking yard. And he's like, you don't have to be disrespectful. I said, what do you know about respect? I said, you're talking to me about respect? You're a stranger in my yard. You know? This shit has happened my whole fucking life. So what happened is, now I'm gonna be 48. I'm hyper vigilant. I question people all the time, even people that are nice to me. Because people aren't just nice to me. Yeah. Unless I'm at a grocery store where they used to get paid to be nice to people. You used to have to be nice. But then this COVID shit happened, and then now it's like everybody, you know, that gives a company money is subservient, and you're there, the business is there for your, you know, and so evidently customer service is dead. You know, if you can give people your money, doesn't mean you're gonna get fucking a good product out of it. You know. Look at here in Taos, it's easy to spend $98 on mediocre at most food because people think that that evidently their fucking shit is worth that, and it's not. Tango, you want to go outside, Tango? To my little Tangy. What's the matter, little meow? Does it just wake up? Do you want to go in there? So the guy proceeds to walk out of the yard, mumbling as he goes. And you know, and that's the thing, is like, the dude could be a total culprit, it don't matter. You can't even call the police here because they're fucking sitting at the convenience store fucking sucking down Slurpees and freaking throwing hot dogs in their face. Stop buying fat cops new trucks. How about that? Who's gonna legislate that? Who's gonna put on the ballot term limits? How about forfeiture of pay? You know? How about reduction of pay? There's no way any politician deserves to make six figures. It's not that world. You know, with all your special interest and your insider trading and all this stuff that people go on saying that this doesn't happen. I did see a young man on Twitter today stepping in. So this makes me feel hopeful. I'd like to see more veterans stepping up, going, you know what, we were part of some bullshit, you know, like I've been doing for the last number of years. And this is the first other veteran, I've got to say. Of course, he's a beer drinker, the beer drinking army vet. But whatever, I've been freaking taking crumbs my whole life. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I served in Iraq. That was hell. Nothing hits you harder than realizing that maybe, just maybe, we are the bad guys. I love my country more than myself or my dogs. That's stupid. I love the idea, maybe, but no, I don't. Because what the fuck has my country ever done to help me with my dogs or my mother? Nothing. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe if you weren't a beer drinking vet, if you were the ex beer drinking vet, then maybe you would love yourself or your dogs more than this farce of a fucking country. But that thought hurts, right? So you're getting there. You know. I haven't seen things the way that other people have seen it ever. I'm not the majority. I'm the minority thinker. Yeah. Like all this stuff that's going on over there, you know? He's the only one that's putting up with this, that's standing up to this grossness and nefariousness. You know, all the perversions and stuff. He's the only one that's doing it. Have you noticed all the heads of nations and of the countries that aren't standing up for truth and justice? Huh? And see, that's the thing, is they're making him look like this bad guy, you know, killing all these. It's like, these are all the same freaking mental midgets that freaking bought into the freaking COVID shit. They just got a new drama. You know what? And frankly, at this point, I really don't care. I really don't care if the freaking whole world gets blown up with nuclear bombs. I really don't. Because maybe that will accentuate the awakening. Because I see a lot of people saying that it's happening and stuff. And you even see tinges of it with freaking Rick Levine. He's an Aries, so of course, you know, he's gonna try and be diplomatic, but he's gonna throw some freaking shit out there to let people know where his opinion is. And you know, thinking he's a fucking Putin's a tyrant and stuff like that. I'm like, you don't know what's going on. So maybe you're not quite as aware as you think you are. You know, see? That's the thing, is people like me, man. We know the world is a gross place. It's always been a gross place for us. Like that 14-year-old kid that they found. You know, what's up with all these construction workers that are making these secret rooms for people to freaking stash human beings to live in? Where's their part in it? You know? Someone gives you plans and says, hey, can you build us this home office in the garage, but make sure there's a freaking vent and a place for the camera? There's no red flag there, huh? Huh? It's because too many people benefit from this stuff. Where'd he go? Did he go back over here? Too many people benefit from it. They straight up benefit from these freaking gross entities and stuff like that. It's so they don't want to bust those folks out, huh? Don't want to get them in trouble. But I thought that was funny about the cargo ships. And he had something in his pocket too. But yeah, he looks like an upstanding, you know, guy. I'm like, my whole entire life, these antagonists, these narcissists, these freaking culprits, man, these freaking scumbags, and it's men, it's women, it's just people, and they don't have to be a dirty dirt scuzz bucket. They could, you know, women in freaking, you know, wearing with their Prada and their labels and stuff like that, and men with their to the nines and stuff like that. They're just people that have to control you. They have to control you because they don't know how to control themselves, so they have to control everybody else around them. I'm just tired of it. I just want to get to my destination. And it's starting to get warm. It was starting to get, like, it's only in the 60s today, right? But it's like, I live in a tin can. So I'm like, I want to get us to our forever home. I don't want to be. We were here we had the hot part. We had a summer here, and we're grateful for the roof over our head. We're ready for our forever home. I don't want to be here freaking trying to keep it cool, like I did last year. Especially with as the time goes on, they're not doing more to freaking fix the infrastructure, so it's just only going to be that much more unreliable. Oh. But I was trying to visualize today. I was trying to imagine today, Marge, if you could do whatever you want, go wherever you want, what would you do? Where would you go? What would that look like, Marge? I was like, well, I would have my freaking shop. So I would just be making my furniture, my pet furniture, my cat furniture, my dog furniture, dog on it is what they're called. And then, you know, it's my favorite creative expression, and it's just something I've wanted to do for years. And I started before I left in Nebraska, and then I didn't have a place for it in Oregon. Everything's been on the back burner, you know. Then we end up here. I just want to be in our forever home and get on to relaxing, you know. I don't like being in a bed. I've been in a freaking holding pattern most of my life, and I want my roots. I want roots for me, and I want roots for Mom. And I'd like it if people would come visit. I'd show them around northern New Mexico. It's pretty cool here. Feels pretty good here. If you get past the freaking people, the tourists, and then the freaking indignant people that have freaking lived here for generations. And I was like, well, maybe that could have been me too. But Mom was adopted out of her family, even though she has relatives around here, you know. It's just like, it's so funny. I'm like, you see all these folks, about, you know, like family matters more than anything, and you know, and it's like, even in my own family, they don't treat me and Mom like that. But I've acted accordingly. Hi, Tango. Tango, you want to say hi? I'm pretty excited. I got this shampoo. I started to tell this story 2 days in a row. I got this shampoo, and mail where I live. The other M word, mail where I live, is just dumb. I just think that people are just not very smart. They're just not very competent. I don't even know if it's like that it's accidents. I just think they're just kind of dumb. And so it's a crapshoot whether I get shit I order online here or not, or if people order stuff for me, if it gets to me. And I have a post office, and I spend $200 for a year in order to get mail at this post office like it was an actual address, and yet it's still like 50% chance. So I ordered this shampoo because it works real good for Mom. I don't have to wash Mom's hair. She doesn't like washing or I don't blame her. It's a pain in the ass washing her hair. So when I use this particular shampoo, it's a good detox shampoo. It's a good conditioner. So I don't have to do it as often. And it stays cleaner longer. And I ordered it directly from the company, because I like to do that first. If Amazon, man, I haven't had Amazon in years. So I like to order directly from the company, so I did. It made it all the way here to Ranchos de Taos, and then they sent it back to return to sender. And I'm just like, okay. So so the lady, my sweet dear friend that ordered it for me initially so that we could try it, when she sent it, I remember the box was from Ulta. So I went and I found it on Ulta, reordered it, and it's actually coming to the post office box. Whoopee! These are the things that I look forward to in my life these days. It used to be my life, my goal, but it was a lot different. I was in Corp USA. I've worked at big, huge companies. I worked at hospitals. I worked at universities. It's so funny that I interjected myself in all these different paradigms just so I could get the vibe, the frequency of the people that work in these places. You know, I don't know. That stuff doesn't even really matter. But I guess basically the only frequency I really need to get down is when somebody's freaking lying to me or telling me the truth. And I know that people mean well, and they want to be, you know, they want to live the actions of the words that they are speaking. They just are unconstitutionally incapable of doing so. That's why my circle is a dot. Oh my God. I know I'd feel a lot better if I just had my buddies. You know, my buddies, my people. Come over, I cook for you. We hang out, watch TV, have talks with mom, play cards, dominoes, do what, laugh, tell stories, jokes. Did Tango get locked in the bathroom?
No. No.
I hear him.
The door's open.
And I just had my reading done with Crystal Time last week, whenever it was. And it says, it's so funny, my whole chart is a contradiction. It's like, I have... that because I'm broad spectrum, It's like, my life lesson is definitely to keep things balanced. Is definitely to learn balance. Definitely. And what I gotta do is make sure that I'm not being a doormat to people. You know that? Because if I'm not careful, I can let people freaking walk over me. And then it's like, hey, wait a minute. People are like, you keep track. Well, no, I just noticed that when I'm the only freaking putting effort into the exchange of our relationship, whatever that is, friendship, whatever that is, that it's a one-way fucking street. It's a one-way door. It's easy to notice for me, stuff like that, even if people aren't really good at it, I guess maybe you got to get good with your words and tell people that you appreciate them and stuff like that. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, it's my whole, stuff happens all the time. And then it's like, Marge, why are you the way you are? I'm like, okay, you got what? I got 1700 videos to explain why I am the way I am. I tell people in my family, I said, I've told my mom this, I've told my dad, my brother this. I said, you all of you. I was the last one born. I was the last one born. Yet, what the hell? Are you stuck? You were stuck in there. That's what I was hearing. They all tell me, they all gave me all this tough love. They gave me all this tough love. And then I grow up. And then I'm tough to love. And then everybody's surprised. I never got the freaking soft and cuddly, sit on my lap, let me rock you, everything's gonna be okay. I never got that. And I'm surrounded in the world by freaking a bunch of sheltered prima donnas that did, and now the world's falling apart. So you gotta play freaking spiritual triage to a bunch of freaking Hogwarts kindergartners. And days like today, I don't want to. No, there won't be any world war because it's always crap. It's never real. It's not. They keep showing footage of stuff that happened years ago. Oh, I did see that video. I wouldn't care, though. I really don't care. I don't care. Poles flip. Millions of people die. It's the course of life. What are you going to do? I already went out in Atlantis once. I was hoping maybe I could avoid it this time, some sort of catastrophic demise, but oh well if I don't. Yeah, and money, fucking what is money, dude? Money is what people need because they don't have good ideas, That's the thing. It's like, I can walk down the street. There's people that need help. There's always people that need help. You need a mechanic? I'm a mechanic. You need someone in IT professional? All things IT technology? I am that. You need to get married? That was funny. I was watching. I always pick up new stuff. We've been watching Northern Exposure, and Chris is ordained. He got ordained on the back of a Rolling Stone magazine. And I remember looking at Rolling Stone magazines and seeing these ads, right? And then back in 2018, I was like looking for ways I could supplement my income. You know, I'll become an ordained minister. I'll look it up online. They have it online. And he was talking about it today. And sure as shit, I'm ordained at Universal Life Church, same church that he's ordained through. Benny, get out of there. Benny, get. Benny! Yeah, I remember working in Corp USA, going out, trudging out, going out to have to go downtown to the office. You know, everybody else gets to call in, but not IT. No, you gotta go down and sit there, answer phones and stuff like that, right? Until they close down the world. Then everybody's doing it. It doesn't make sense, this place. So going down there and just want to just stay home all the time. I'm like, I don't even want to go to work. This is stupid. I just want to stay home and love on my dogs all day and hang out with mom. And lo and behold, careful, the things we manifest. And then they drive me crazy. Dogs. Luna got to go on a ride today. She likes to go. She's my ride or die girl. She likes to go for a truck ride, car ride, van ride, whatever I drive. Huh, Luna girl? She's a very good girl. But Mom, you like that cheese pizza though, huh?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah? Even when I called to order the pizza, I've called to order several times. They know who I am. Because I'm always Marge, like the Simpson. Because sometimes when I say Marge, people think I say March. So I clarify with that. That's my clarifier. And I call it, and the lady was like freaking short. And she was like, and I was like this close to being, you know what? Never mind. Customer service is not a thing. It just isn't. And I just remember how much crap I've had to put up with in my life. Like when I worked at Chevy's, I was a busser. I made $4.25 an hour, you know. My manager basically was like, kiss everybody's ass. And, you know, the customer can do no wrong. And we want them to come back. And it's like basically eat dirt, you know. And then to evolve, the world evolves into this. Whatever. But I get tired of cooking. I get tired of doing the same thing over. I don't like it. It's not fun for me. Oh, yeah, and that's it. In all of it. All the economical stuff, econ stuff, they're all reindeer games. They're all games. They're all pretend. And whenever there's something that has rules and regulations, but people are in charge of it, egos always get in the way. This whole country is flushing down the toilet because a bunch of freaking unimaginative, unintelligent people have the power to do whatever they want. And so the rest of us have to just watch. And if you stand up against it, you're a terrorist. You're a racist. When I come home, I'm like, no, Mom, world's not worth living in yet, you know. It's not out there yet. It's freaking stupid. Fucking hate money, man. People that freaking want it and have to have it and put it in the bank and tout it. I fucking want it to buy a house. And as soon as we get our house, man, whatever stuff, I don't freaking savings for what? What are we going to save for? Vacations? To go to see. I keep thinking about, Marge, where would you go if you could go anywhere? Well, I've been all the places that I never really cared to go. And they were all right. And every place I go usually looks like some place I've already been before. And I'm one of those lucid, those astral projectors anyway. So, anyway, see some pictures of a place and I can put myself in that space. Saves a lot of time with hassle with airfare. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm ready for a different kind of freaking planet because I ain't never really liked the one I've been on. I've always had to go along with everybody else's really bad, opportunistic ideas. I don't give a shit. I was watching this show. I started watching it last year, and just how superficial people are. To see how superficial people are. It's called Dollface. And people really don't have self-esteem. They don't know anything. They don't do anything. Where are they going to get self-esteem from? You know, there's like a whole generation of people behind me that I haven't thought of, because I just keep thinking of these young people that keep getting bored. That it's just like, man, the planet is not being set up for them to live, you know, live a good life, you know. People keep having babies and the planet keeps getting crappier. They're not making an environment that's comfortable for these babies. And these other folks that are going to get more and more sensitive, they're not doing that, you know. You can't get anybody on the phone to get any kind of answers. It's all automated. How many times do people get hung up on for an automated system, you know? That's why people are circumventing the system. They're circumventing the system because you can't use the system, so people got to get creative and clever on how to circumvent the system. If you circumvent the system, you're a criminal. And it's just like, well, if only the system worked. If only the system worked. But it doesn't. People get their positions, like the governor where I live. She's the governor because she's 12th generation. She's whatever that fucking means. So it took 12 generations to ruin a state. Because she's a shitty governor. I remember when I first moved here and I saw people holding signs, and I went out because I saw, like-minded people, I'm going to go talk to them. And I went out and talked to them and stuff. And one of the first ladies I freaking came in contact with, she's like, well, you know the governor's a freaking Satanist that freaking sacrifices people, kids of all ages. That's why they had Epstein here. You know, and people just quit talking about stuff. People just quit talking about things and things go away. And they keep doing it, but they keep doing the behaviors. I'm ready for the consequences. The truth and consequences. Since there's a little small town in New Mexico called Truth and Consequences. I'm really ready. I'm ready. I don't care who gets embarrassed. I don't care. I swear the whole judicial system is for the freaking culprit. It's for the scoundrel. It's for the control freak. You know, the rapist, the freaking murderer. And because I think that more people are freaking, I think at this point there's probably more people in freaking locked up because all the prisons and stuff, they're all privatized now. How many people are in there freaking shouldn't be in there? Too many to count. I'm ready for all of it. All of it. Let them all get fired. You know? And that governor in freaking Nevada. Good for that dude, man. That's the thing. You scumbags freaking misappropriate funds. You freaking live in the lap of luxury. You keep getting fatter and fatter on the gluttony of the constituents you take from other people's mouths and keep for your own. And people, I'm glad that dude got he was a lot more freaking nice to you than freaking, you know, because all you politicians are scumbags. And it's amazing that more and more people aren't going out and getting in your face and fucking hucking loogies at your car and fucking, you know, crap balloons or whatever. I don't freaking, y'all suck. And people are like, oh, love and light. You have to be nice. You have to be kind. You have to be loving. No, it's a facade. All that shit's a facade. You got to be kind and loving. I started out kind and loving. And then I started seeing all the injustice and how people are covering up truth and justice in the name of kind and love and light and bullshit. It's more tools of manipulation. It's more, even that person that is like, shh, when you're mad, and they're like, shh, now, shh, it's okay. How fucking condescending is that? How condescending are people like that? I hate people like that. They're just they're the controller. They're just as bad as a freaking stupid meathead fucking bro with fucking beard down to ear, just freaking short haircut. He just has to have his way. Too much. Same shit to me. Anyway.